This is really a testimony of my growth, for one, because never in a million years would I ever think about putting my life on display. So Tina 1.0 is what I call the old me. I was Miss Perfect. I had to be Miss Perfect. I had to um, just, in my mind, be an example of who I thought everybody else wanted me. So I did not know who I was. And I know that when I went through my battles with depression, it was all God. It was all God getting me to the person that I am today. And so that is what Writing Saved My Life is about. It's about my battles with depression, my spiritual journey through those battles, and how I got to where I am now. Because I didn't know who I was. I was mad at God when I lost my grandmother, and then not even a year later, my best friend. And I had lost my love for writing because I love to write. So as I was in middle school is when I really started my love for writing. And when I got to college, I lost that love because of a professor that I had. Like, and nothing that I wrote was good enough. But writing was also my outlet. It was my way of venting. And so when I did not have that anymore, I really, really spiraled when I lost my grandmother and my best friend, because I didn't have anybody to talk to. And not that I didn't have anybody to talk to, I didn't talk to anyone. I wasn't the type of person that just talked about how I was feeling and what I was going through, because I had to be Miss Perfect. I had to have everything together. And so it was just crazy because every gift that I got when I was going through this process was a journal. I got like 5 journals that year. And so I said, okay, Holy Spirit, I'm going to start back writing. And I started writing just daily in my journal. And so in the book, I actually have parts of what I wrote in my journal. And then all of a sudden, Holy Spirit told me to write this book. And I wrote it. I wrote it and I sat on it for 2 years. And in the midst of writing it, I went through depression again. And so that is also a part of the book. But this time I came out stronger on the other side. I came out knowing who I was. I came out being bold enough to say, I am not perfect and it's okay. And so I sat on the book for 2 years. Holy Spirit kept telling me to release it, and I did not want to, even to the point of my wonderful business coach, mentor, publisher of TC Johnson told Samantha, tell Tina it's time. I had already spoken to her about the book. We had already talked about, pricing and everything. And I just was too afraid to release it because I did not want anyone to know what I went through. I didn't want anyone to know I didn't have it together. But I know that someone needs to hear my story. I know that this book is going to be a blessing to some. And I just thank God for my obedience. I thank God for not letting me sit on it, because when I tell you, he nudged me and nudged me and nudged me until I just said, okay, God, I'm going to do it. And I'm so excited. I'm so in awe. I'm so in disbelief. And it's here.